Hey guys, this is Axeman and we are back in Naval action, and today I'm bringing you a much requested tutorial on crafting. A lot of people have asked for crafting. I've also asked for trading. The two go kind of hand in hand a little bit, so but this is going to focus mainly on crafting. First of all, I'm just going to go into the craft menu here, and we're just going to talk about this UI and stuff like that, and go over a few basic things you need to know for those that haven't done any crafting at all. Maybe you've done a bit and this might help you, in which case you might want to skip forward a bit, but for now I'm just going to go through the basic principles of crafting and stuff you might need to know straight off. First of all, you've got these bunch of tabs here, all the things you can craft. Woodworking, all this kind of stuff. Casting, this is for like metal. Weaving is for like canvas, cables, ropes, cordage and oakum, blah blah blah. Sails, what have you. Manufacture, this is like upgrades. You can craft upgrades. So if I wanted to craft, say, an extra pump upgrade, gives you all the stuff there. Cannons, can't do any of that yet, that hasn't been implemented. Will be interesting to see if we can build our own cannons. That'd be quite cool. Not that we need to really, because let's be honest, cannons are quite cheap. I mean, look, if we go here, cannons, what, 20 grand for 42 pound longs or mediums. I mean, once you get up to the point where you're going to be sailing a ship that uses that, you're not going to... Anyway, off topic, sorry about that. And then of course shipbuilding. These are all the ships that I can craft. At the start you'll be able to craft lynxes and traders lynxes, I believe is the only thing. I actually can't remember. I think it's lynx, traders lynx, and maybe a cutter. No, you need to be a craft level 3 for cutter. Craft level 5, craft level 0. Yeah, I think it's just lynx and traders lynx. So here you're just going to have these two. Stuff like that. Today I'm going to craft a Cerberus, but I'm going to talk you through the whole process and stuff like that. I'm going to discuss crafting notes and what they do and what they're for. And so let's do that. But first of all, I want to direct your attention to an amazing tool that helped me out a lot and is certainly the reason I got up to level 19 as smoothly as I have, and that is navalactioncraft.com. I am going to be showing that website off a little bit later in the video, but I just want to draw your attention to it now. That is the best tool for learning how to craft, and walking you through it and making it as painless as an experience as it's possible to be, if I can get my words out. But a few things that we'll need to know first before we start. First of all, is you have to be certain levels to craft certain ships, obviously. Ships can be one of 4 different types. They could be fir, they could be oak, they could be teak, or they can be live oak. These all have different characteristics and benefits and weaknesses. That is all shown on navalactioncraft.com, but I will talk through them now. Fir is what you would choose if you want your ship to be fast. If you want your ship to have the highest top speed it can do, you're going to want to build it out of fir, but it is going to have a 5% reduction in planking bonus, so it's not going to have, it's going to leak a little bit more freely and might be a bit easier to destroy. Teak is sort of a middle ground. It doesn't have any disadvantages, it doesn't have any advantages either. Oak has no speed bonus, but it has a 5% planking bonus, so it's a little bit harder to sink, and live oak gives you minus 2.5% speed and has a 10% planking bonus and increases your hit points a little bit, which is fantastic. So if you want to build the strongest, most durable ship, you're going to go for live oak, but be aware that you're going to be a lot slower and stuff like that. If you're building a trader's vessel, there's no point building it out of live oak, because everything's just going to capture you, or catch up to you and hammer you anyway. The thing you're going to want to build, because traders have already been nerfed a little bit anyway with their speed, the thing you're going to want to build out of is fair. You're going to want to get as much speed as you possibly can on a trader. And it also depends on the ship. I find the Rena May really benefits from being quick and fast. Gives it that little bit of an edge over ships of a similar sort of size, like the Surprise and stuff like that. So I like quick Renemies, stuff like that. So that's the different wood types. We've got trims here as well. We can either have random, so if we craft something it'll be a random trim, or we can choose a trim we want. Build strength is going to give you more hit points, give your ship more hit points. So if you have live oak and build strength, you're going to build strongest possible version of that ship that you can. Let's go to put that back down. Crew space. More crew, obviously. The more crew you have, the more or the quicker things get done. Going to make boarding a little bit easier. If you get boarded, it's going to make it a little bit easier. The bonuses are pretty obvious. Rigging quality, oh hang on, this is planking, sorry. Decreases the amount and rate of leaking. So once you get a leak, if you didn't have a planking bonus, it'll fill up a little bit quicker, but with the planking bonus, it takes a little bit longer. It's going to help you survive that little bit extra time in a battle if you take a lot of damage. Maybe you can use that time to either sink your enemy or escape. It's always handy. And rigging quality is better yard and rigging management, so turning your yard arms on your masts is going to be a bit quicker. Stuff like that. It's all good. Let's talk about craft XP. Craft XP is separate to your player XP. It's also tied to your Steam account now, so just like your player XP, your craft XP is tied to your Steam account. So if you migrate servers, you'll still be. So if I migrated servers now or change character, I'd still be craft 19, level 19. For every level of crafting, you get a certain amount of labor hours. This is to stop you just going around soaking up as much raw materials as you can and literally just pumping out ship after ship after ship after ship, which is good. You regain 42 labor hours per real life hour, so it's something to be aware of. It does take time to build back up before you can build another ship, but with every level you do get more labor hours. All of this information is on navalactioncraft.com. I encourage you to go and have a look through that website. It'll show you everything. Another thing I want to talk about quickly is crafting notes. Crafting notes are a ways to build higher quality ships. They are expensive. They are hard to find. They're quite rare. You can get them by breaking up ships. So if I go here, I've got a Constitution of 3rd rate. I still haven't decided what I'm going to sail when I level up. I can't crew these properly yet, but when I level up I'm going to be able to crew either a 3rd rate or a Constitution. I need to keep the Constitution to make videos with. I need to keep both to make videos with, really. But I don't know, it might be worth breaking up one of these to see if I get either a crafting note or a blueprint for another ship, but we'll talk about that in a sec. Crafting notes are mega expensive, so if I go into the shop and go to not consumables, where am I going? The materials. Tell you what, let's go to all and we'll search craft. I don't know if there's actually any here. Crafting notes. There we go. 44,000 per crafting note. So if I want to buy, I don't know, let's say 10 crafting notes, it's going to cost me 440,000. I've only got 557,000. So it will take the majority of my money. And I'm already going to spend a lot today because I'm going to craft this thing in Mortimer where everything's expensive. The player at hometown. Just for speed, just for quickness, so I don't have to run around and do tradings. What else was I going to talk about? Blueprints. If you see the Renommee blueprint I have here, I can't craft it yet. I need to be level 20 to craft it. I got the Renommee blueprint from crafting a Cerberus. So crafting different ships can give you blueprints for other ships that you can't. There's certain ships that you can craft straight off that you don't need to have found blueprints for. I think it goes all the way up to frigate. This is all on Naval Action Craft, so if you look for it, and it gives you an idea of, I think there's a tab called Ship Blueprints, and it gives you all the information there of what you need to break or craft, and you get blueprints for certain things. So I crafted a Cerberus, I got the blueprint for a Reno. If I craft or break up Renos, I can get a blueprint for a Belle Pool, etc, etc. So that's cool. The last thing I want to talk about before we actually get into the crafting is that's it. I think that was all I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is real quick I'm going to go over to Naval Action Craft. I'm going to show you how useful that is as a tool, and then we'll go and we'll craft up this Cerberus. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so this is Naval Action Craft. This is what you're going to see when you come on the website. Fantastic website, it's helped me so much. And I do encourage you to look through this website. It gives you all the information you need about crafting. It's going to streamline your workflow when it comes to crafting so much. like it did for me, it's going to make crafting actually bearable to do. And it just gives you all this amazing information. Ship data, look at all this, go through that. Shop prices for different ports on different servers, which is unbelievable. You can select your server here. Ship blueprints, this is what I was talking about just a minute ago, how I said I crafted a Cerberus. I got the blueprint for a Reno, and if I craft or break up Renos, I can get blueprints for a Bell Pool, etc, 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 etc. There's a harbour map here, which actually shows who owns what. So this is PvP EV1. Interestingly, it shows you just how well each nation is doing. Pirates sort of in the middle there that I'm part of. That's also really interesting if you want to look. Let's have a look in PvP 2 USA. Let's see how everything's going. Oh dear, see, it's a different story over there. Pirates have just one port. Yep. So that's interesting. I was totally absorbed there. I was just like, oh, look at this. I just want to have a look at this. Wow. Because that is totally the opposite case as to EU1, where we're doing okay. Okay, so the thing we're most interested in is craft ship, and this is where the magic happens on this website. So what did I say I was going to craft? I said I was going to craft a Cerberus. And here you can select basic, common, fine, mastercraft, etc. I'm just going to choose basic for now, even though I think I am going to craft a common one, because I think I'm going to craft a crafting note to make a common one and sell it again if I've got enough labour hours after crafting the Cerberus, because it's 250 labour hours to craft a crafting note, and it's pretty unbelievable. Okay, so we've got a basic Cerberus here. What we're going to make it out of? Well, I think we'll go for oak, because the Cerberus is pretty slow to begin with, and if I make it out of live oak, I can make it a bit more tanky, but it's going to be even slower, so I'm going to go for oak. And here you can see it's giving me a shopping list, and this is what I'm going to need in total to craft. This is going to be really expensive at Mortimer, but I'm going to buy it all at Mortimer just for speed, just so you can see it. It's going to show you all the materials you need, show sub-materials. It's going to show you everything you need to make all those things there, and you get a build order as well, which is like the best build order. So as you'll have found if you've done a bit of crafting before, as you were crafting things, you'd run out of parts for a thing you'd need later on, and then you'd have to go back to the shop and buy more. It was just a bit of a nightmare. So this build order and the shopping list just makes it as smooth as possible, so you can just like blast through the crafting really quickly without having to flick through everything. I'll show you when I get back into naval action. But this is what we're going to do. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a little screenshot of my shopping list. I'm going to take a screenshot of my build order, and we'll get back into naval action, and we're going to craft up this Cerberus. So I'll see you again. Okay, so we're back in naval action, and one thing before we actually do start crafting I want to show you is I'm in Mortimer Town right now, which is the pirate capital, and everything here is going to be really expensive. I'm going to buy everything here just for quickness, for the video's sake, but in reality you're not really going to want to do that if you want to get the most profit out of your ships if you're going to sell them. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to visit every town nearby that you can, either in a large ship with a lot of room, or preferably in a trader's ship. Take a friend with you to defend you if you get attacked. And you're going to want to go around all these ports, right? You're going to want to find out what they produce, and you want to go there and collect as much of what they produce cheaply as possible, and bring it back to your base. You're probably going to want to spend a day or two doing that just to build up your raw materials. Capturing traders is also a viable method of building up raw materials, stuff like that. But yeah, you're not going to just want to sit in your home port and buy everything there, because it's just going to be ridiculously expensive, and you're just going to lace into your profits, and it's just going to end up not being worth it. I'm going to do it now for the video's sake. I mean, sometimes it is profitable to get a ship out there quickly because maybe you just want the craft XP. Because I just want to level up my crafting right now as well, which is another reason I'm not too bothered about money. But that's just a little tip there. Bringing resources from other areas that are going to be cheaper. But anyway, let's move on. Hopefully, if I've done my job correctly in editing, there should be a screenshot from Naval Action Craft of the shopping list that we need up there. So if there is, let's continue. So in order to build this Cerberus, so we've gone out to shipbuilding here, we're going to craft the Cerberus and we're going to make it out of oak. Just going to change all this. And what should we go for? I think we'll go build strength just to get the hit points slightly higher. We're just going to build all the stuff for a basic one first, because the only difference between a basic and a common one is a crafting note. Right, and we might craft a crafting note later if we've got enough labour hours left over from crafting the ship. Hopefully. I think we will do, for sure. But now we need to shop, right? So coal, 84 coal, or 184 coal. I've got 146. Now it's going to make me do maths, and I hate doing maths. I need 38, I believe. And we'll see if I was correct with my maths. I was never good at maths. Heyo, I got it right. So and now we need 132 for logs. Hopefully you're following along with the shopping list with me. 132, you see I've got 137, so I don't need to buy any fur logs right now. Hemp, my god, hemp. This is going to bankrupt me. Hemp is really hard to get hold of at the moment, and I need 81 of it. I've got 9, so I need 72. Going to be really expensive. It's expensive at Mortimer. It's been more expensive than that, actually. It's been up to about 600 some odd at some points. It's really, really annoying. Iron ore. Iron ore's a bit expensive here as well. How much iron ore do I need? 184. I don't have any, so I'm going to have to do this. Ouch. Ouch indeed. See, look, money's draining already. I'm not going to make a huge amount of profit on this ship, but that's not the only reason I'm doing it. Lignin vitae logs, I've got loads of them. Oak logs now. Oak logs. Quercus roba is the Latin name for common oak tree or English oak tree. Oak logs, how many do I need? 80. There we go. Pine logs. I think I've got some pine logs. Have I got enough pine logs? No, I don't. Oh yes I do, sorry. 265, I've got plenty of pine logs. And stone blocks. 12 stone blocks. Where are they? Come on, stone blocks. Where are you? Stone blocks. 69. Got enough. Right, brilliant. So now, if we've done with the shopping list, through the magic of editing, I will now show the build order. And you were just going to work through this build order from top to bottom, building everything we need. I'm probably just going to speed this up. But just so you get the idea, we'll do the first two together. So ballast is in casting, I believe. Ballast, we need 22 ballast, so we're going to go there. 22 ballast, we're going to craft. It's going to cost 11 labour hours. Yep, there we go. We're going to need 50 blocks. Now I know for a fact I've got enough blocks, because I crafted tons of them before. So if we go into shipbuilding, Cerberus blocks, yeah, I've got 385 blocks. So there's no point crafting blocks for me right now, but you'll have to if you don't have any blocks. Canvas rolls, that's in weaving. I don't know how many we've got. I'm going to craft them anyway. 9. Crafted 9 canvas rolls. Fair frame parts. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, nearly made a mistake. I didn't actually change on Naval Action Craft from fir to oak building, so the fir frame parts that you're seeing should actually be oak frame parts, and it's 140 oak frame parts, and that was nearly bad. That was nearly, I nearly goofed there. So there you go. That's a quick that's a tip to avoid. So it's oak frame parts that we need. I'm going to need 140 oak frame parts, so I'm going to craft 80 there and then 60. Okay, so I've just sped up the footage here, just to get through it a little bit quicker. So I'm just crafting all of the stuff, going through the build order. Unfortunately, the shopping list was also set for free imports, as well as the build order. So I had to keep going back to the shop and replenishing stuff that I hadn't bought that I needed to buy, which was a bit annoying. But never mind. Just speeding this up so we get through it. So like I say, I'm just following the build order. Occasionally having to buy some more stuff. I spent so much money trying to build this ship, it is absolutely run at a loss. There's no profit to be made from this Cerberus, but never mind, at least I get some craft XP and get to show off crafting for you. And I'm going to hand myself back over to myself. Okay, so we're back and we're going to craft the last thing that we need to build the Cerberus, and that's the medium carriage here. Or the 28 medium carriages to hold the guns. Crafting, and that's that. So if we're going to shipbuilding now, Cerberus, we've crafted everything we need to create a Cerberus. We have 669 labour hours available, so we're not really going to be able to build anything other than a basic Cerberus, unfortunately, without a crafting note, and I don't have a crafting note right now. It's 250 labour hours to craft one, so I can't do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that. Quality, set everything here, we set oak, we set build strength. So we're going to craft it up and hopefully level up. Crafted Cerberus, if we'd crafted like a crafting note or another blueprint, it would come up here. Unfortunately we haven't. We've built quite a good basic one. Because it's got 2 upgrade slots as opposed to just 1. Oak, build strength and speed, which is okay for a Cerberus, so it's not too bad. I'm not too disappointed. I would have liked to have built a common one or a fine one, but c'est la vie. I'm not going to be able to sell it. I might make a bit of my money back, but I've actually, because I've bought everything from Mortimer, I'm actually going to be selling this ship at a loss. But that was just purely for speed on making the video. So that's it. Now we can either use it, we can sell it, we can give it to someone if we wanted to, if we were feeling generous, but we're not, so because we are going to sell it. So let's go here, let's have a look. Let's find the cheapest Cerberus, and we're going to undercut the market. The cheapest Cerberus is 64 grand. I'm going to sell mine for, if I do a couple of missions and sell a Cerberus for 60 grand, that'll take me back up over 500,000, so I think that'll be okay for me. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to go here, I'm going to say put on sale, I'm going to put it on 60,000. Select Cerberus, 60,000, it costs 6,000, so 10% it costs you to put something on sale. I'm going to put it on sale for 60,000, just going to undercut, just to speed up the sale, just because I want it sold quickly. But it wasn't all a loss, because we did get craft XP, and we have leveled up to level 20 now, so we can craft a Reno, which will be the next ship that I craft. Every time you need to craft a bigger level though, mind, if you want to craft like a common or fine, a master or exceptional, you need to be a level higher. So I can craft a Reno here at level 20, but I can't craft a common one until level 21, fine until 22, mastercraft 23, etc, etc. And that's the same for all ships. Like I can craft a Lynx at level 0, but if I want to craft an exceptional Lynx, I've got to be level 5. So that's it. It's crafting is it is its own reward, but it takes so much time to build up all your resources and stuff like that, to make it worthwhile. But it is worthwhile, because once you get sort of up there, honestly, some people are making absolute fortunes on ships, selling ships. Look, someone's built a 3rd rate here, 3 Dura common. He's gonna get what, 3/4 of a mil for that. I don't know if there's 4th rates. Constitution here for 890,000. So once you can get up to this sort of level and you can craft these sorts of ships, you are going to be in the money. So that's it for crafting. I hope this has helped you a little bit. I know it's been a little bit long and drawn out, and if you made it this far, congratulations. I'd like to say thank you to the creator of Naval Action Craft, because he's the reason I'm level 20. He or she is the reason I'm level 20. There is a donate button on Naval Action Craft, so feel free to donate if you want to help them out. It's a fantastic website, go check it out. It'll help your crafting as much as it's helped mine. And I hope this video was of use to you. If it was, leave a like. If you want to subscribe and you haven't already, please do so, and I'll see you in the next video. Ta-da, guys.